Hey, yes, you guys, I am back today to do the eye makeup look that I told you all I will come back and do. It's gonna be the eye makeup look using the LA Colors matte eyeshadows. I'm gonna try to use both palettes so that you can see both of them. I'll try to put the colors together or use two shades out of each palette or something like that. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. But first of all, as you can tell, I have nothing on my face. My face has been cleansed. That is it. I'm going to moisturize my skin. I'm going to use the ELF Soothing Serum, the Daily Hydration Moisturizer, and the Illuminating Eye Cream. I'm going to put that on off camera. For foundation, I'm going to use the Maybelline Dream Liquid Mousse Airbrush Finish in number 70 Pure Beige. Been using this week here, so I'm gonna apply that. And so yeah, I'm not gonna put on my powder and my concealer because I might have some fallout and stuff. So I'm gonna do that real quick, and then I'm gonna come back and start on the eye makeup look. I did do my brows as well. I used the Femme Couture Perfect Arch Brow Gelux in medium, this right here. And of course I used the foundation, got that out of the way. So now we are ready for the eye makeup, because I'm not gonna do my concealer and my powder and all that stuff because I don't know if I'm gonna have any fallout or not. So I am gonna use an eye makeup base, which is the Inglot, and it looks like this, of course. And I'm gonna put a little bit of this onto my eyelids on both sides. This is the best base I've used in a while. I have a lot of good bases, but I've been really liking this one, so it works and it's just fantastic. Blend it. So now we can get to eyeshadows. Okay, I'm going to use this one. I don't know which one to use first. I guess I'll use the LA Colors 5-color matte eyeshadow in Natural Linen, which looks like this. Okay, alright, so this one has some purple tones, look like I don't know what kind of shade that is. And then this pewter shade, I think that's what you call this shade, pewter. It's like a purple gray shade. And then I have a kind of like a, I don't know what kind of shade, you guys. This is how the shades look, and so I'm gonna try a few of these shades. Okay, all right, let's go ahead and begin. Aziza Cream to Powder Foundation. I just use this to apply on top of my eyelids, on top of the Inglot eye makeup base. It just helps with the blending ability as far as eyeshadows and stuff. So I just like to use this. It works for me. So yeah. Alright, so I got that on. And so now let's go ahead and start with the eye makeup look. Alright, so I think the first shade I'll go ahead and start with is the Brow Bone. I guess I'll work from the brow bone down today. And let me zoom you up a little bit so you can see me, okay? My eyes. Alright, so I'm going to apply, I'm gonna mix these two shades up just for a brow bone highlight. So let me grab my brush. I never have this stuff out, you guys. I am so sorry. Alright, so I'm gonna mix these two colors up and apply this shade here. Okay, It's pretty pigmented. Yeah. Alright, the next shadow that I'm going to use will be both of these shades, if not just this shade here. I'll let you know. I start out with this one here first. So I'm going to start that into my crease here. This shade right here. Well, actually, this is not into my crease. It's slightly above my crease, okay? Alright. Right next to my brow bone. Now I'm going to blend that out a little bit. The other palette is called, it's the brown palette right here. So I'm going to use this one here, and I'm going to take this shade right here. It's like this, kind of like a peachy brown shade. To me, that's what it looks like, or a beigey peach shade. And I'm just gonna reapply this shade, just like slightly, kind of mix it up with the other shade that I just used a minute ago, just to warm up the eyeshadow look, I guess. Just kind of layering eyeshadows is what I'm doing. Just gonna layer the colors is what I'm doing right now. As you can tell, I'm bringing that shade, this like I said, it's like a beigey, peachy, orange tone. Now the colors don't have much pigmentation. I mean, I put an eye base on, and yeah, I figured it was going to be like this, the palettes. But I think it's nice just for every day when you don't need anything, or I shouldn't say when you don't need anything pigmented, but just like for everyday makeup look, when you don't want a dramatic eyeshadow look, or you're not out to impress, you know, just an everyday average palette is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this purple tone in this other palette, the Natural Linen. I'm gonna take that shade, and I'm gonna apply it like right into my crease here, which I probably have the wrong brush, but I'm just gonna try to use as minimum amount of brushes as I can. So I'm just gonna apply this into my crease, slightly below the crease and right into the crease. Okay. Yeah, so all right, so I'm just going to so far this shade right here, as I had expected, was going to be the most pigmented. It's this deep purple shade or plum shade. That's what I'm putting on my eyes right now. Okay. Alright. So I'm going to blend that out just a little bit, the edges and everything, take that peachy beigey shade and just kind of blend the edges here of that shade. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye as well. What I noticed about these shades is that they go on patchy, so yeah, you guys, this palette is they're not that great, but for $1.50, I mean, but hey, I have found some palettes for $1. They were great palettes, so I'm not gonna say that, okay? But this palette, these two palettes I have right here, I'm not impressed by these palettes here. I mean, when you blend it out, you seem to lose the shade, and then when you apply the shade needs to be blended, so it's like one of those tough type of eyeshadow palettes, okay? Alright, so now I'm gonna take the brown shade in this palette here, which is the brown palette. Take that shade into the crease, slightly onto my lid. Alright. Yeah, they're not really pigmented shades, okay, you guys? They are very dusty. I mean, they're not that great of palettes. I know the contour palette, and I have a few more LA palettes that are really great palettes, but these are not so good. So I just brought that shade on down to my eyelid. Now I'm going to go in with another shade, which is the black shade here. And I'm just going to deepen up the crease a bit. But before I do that, I'm going to blend these edges out just a little bit. Like I said, from the brown palette. And I'm going to grab this and put this into the crease as well. Okay, this one is the most pigmented, which is beautiful. I'm going to try to blend that out a little bit. It's hard to blend these, okay? Because when you start the blending, you start blending the shade and it disappears. So I'm going to keep this shade a little deeper, as far as I'm not going to blend it out much here. And just going to apply this up here just to try to put everything together, because my crease is very smoked out. So I'm going to try to make this palette work. It's not one of my favorites, you guys. It's really hard to blend, and just a hard palette. I must say that The brown palette is the best as far as pigmentation. The linen, it's just, in my opinion, it's just not the best. Neither one is really great palettes, okay? I mean, when you blend the shades out, it's hard to blend. So I'm just trying, what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to make it work. A lot of times I make a lot of palettes work. So I'm looking for a certain brush. Here it is. Just trying to make them work, okay? Alright. The Maybelline Color Tattoo 24-hour, color tattoo pots. This one is in the shade Creamy Beige. I'm just going to apply some right down here on my lid. Well, that made the look come together a little bit. Okay, now I'm gonna straighten out the crease color a little bit after I apply the color tattoo. I'm just gonna go ahead and just kind of smoke this look out. So with the same shade, I'm gonna take like an applicator type of brush like this, a small applicator that comes with eyeshadow palettes. I'm gonna take the black shade and I'm gonna pull this shade on in this way because I'm gonna end up lining my eye anyway. Well, at least getting that outer V type of makeup look. I think this will look better with this eyeshadow. Just trying to make it work, okay, you guys? I'm just trying to make this work. This little applicator is actually helping the eyeshadow to look more intense in a way than the brushes did. Sometimes cheaper palettes you have to use like little applicators, okay? I don't know if you have experienced that, but I know I have with palettes, because you know me, I love to shop for deals and bargains and things like that, and a lot of times I do buy cheaper palettes, and I find that these applicators sometimes is the only thing that could pull the eyeshadow together, because I don't know, I guess the applicators add more shadow, or it just works with the shadows, add more product to the eyelid or something. I don't know, but I noticed that I have done this many of times. where I had to use applicators to get the color to stick out. It just works better to me. So, I mean, it's totally up to the person what you like. But this is what I know to do, just to stick it out a little bit. And then I'm going to blend a little bit as well. Just going to blend just a little bit. Not too much, but just enough. Just bringing that shade on out. Clean it up, like I said, in a little bit. Taking this shade right here, cleaning up the edge here just a little bit. Going back in with the Color Tattoo in Creamy Beige. Need a small brush. Let's see if I can find one real quick. I just use this brush here. And that way I can put it on a little bit neater. The way that I want it to be put on. Just like that. Basically what I'm going to do in that space right there, I'm going to grab this golden pencil here. It's by Rimmel London. It's called Rose Gold. And I'm going to apply just a little bit of this, like right next to that black shade where it comes in onto the lid. I'm going to add some of that onto the corner here. Not going all the way over the color tattoo, but just over here in the corner side. Just add some of this shade on. Now taking the black shadow back again with the little applicator. It's coming through, you guys, as far as a nice look and all. Now I'm just going to, sometimes you just have to work with palettes like this. Just keep working with it. Eventually you will definitely get it going. Just take some time. In other words, just make it work, okay? Just make it work. Okay. Taking the Rimmel London pencil again. Now I'm gonna I think there was another shade I wanted to use. We'll use this Flower Beauty. I'm gonna use this Flower Beauty Chubby pencil eyeshadow. It's called the Flower Beauty Eyeshadow Chubby Stick in the shade Eyes on the Prize. Okay, it's just this champagne type of color. I'm gonna put this like right here into the inner portion right here, that where I didn't apply any eyeshadow. Okay. Different kind of look, but it's definitely a beautiful one. More I look at it, the more I like it, but it's going to come together here in a minute. So now let me go ahead and apply mascara on my top lashes, because I'm not going to use any liner, because I'm going to put on falsies. So I'm going to use the ELF volumizing defining mascara. Gonna add this to my lashes. You don't have to add you know, eyelashes, but I just been in that type of mood. Alright, that's good enough. And so now I'm going to put on some concealer on the bottom so I can finish my complete eye makeup look. Okay. So yeah, you guys, I'm going to put on my concealer, and I'm going to use this right here, this H Rewind by Maybelline. It's the brightener. I'm going to apply just a little bit of this, not much, just like that. And then I'm going to apply a stick foundation. Yes, you guys, I'm gonna use the Milani Secret Cover. Uh-oh, I dropped it. As usual, I always dropping stuff, you guys. I'm gonna use the Maybelline. I'm going to use the Milani Secret Cover Concealer, you guys, in medium. It's a stick concealer like this. Apply this right on top of the other shade, the Maybelline. And I'm going to fix this eyeshadow on the edge. And what I like to do is just grab me a brush like this. Grab some of the concealer, and I can just easily straighten out this line here. Alright, just wipe it off. Go ahead and clean that line off, that messy line. And there we go. I got that short line there, as you can see. Right there. Go ahead and wipe that off as well. Grab some more concealer and just kind of wipe it off. Then wipe the top of the concealer off. Add more concealer, okay? That's what I do. Color Tattoo in Creamy Beige. I'm going to use this brush here. I'm going to line my lower lash line. Okay, now I'm going to take the, I'm going to take the matte eyeshadow here, and I'm going to use the black eyeshadow for an eyeliner. It's going to be kind of smudged out a little bit. Yeah, I mean, this is a nice look for maybe clubbing or going out or something, okay? You can definitely rock this look, okay? You can if you want to. I mean, it's up to the person, but I like it. So I think it would be better if I put some liner on, but when I put the lashes on, the lashes is going to look like a liner, okay? So I'm going to put on my lashes, and I think I'm going to use not the natural ones, but these real the ones that's real dramatic and beautiful. They look like this. Wait a minute. They look like this. Okay, those type of lashes. I think I'm gonna put those on. So yeah, so let me put these on real quick. Right. Alright, now I'm going to take my lashes here and apply them to this eye here. Alright. Alright, let me put just a little bit more of that color from the Flower Beauty on there. Alright, so yeah, this is a dramatic look, okay? But I made this eyeshadow palette work, okay? That's the thing, I made it work. Alright, so I'm going to put on the other lash. As you can see, it's coming together. So I'm going to add this rose gold shade from Rimmel, which I love, into the inner corner here. Just like that. I'm going to add something on top of it. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to go ahead and put on my powder. I'm going to use the MAC Studio Fix Powder Plus Foundation. I keep it in the bag, in the box all the time. I'm going to use this, and I'm going to bronze up my skin. I'm going to use this bronzer. It's a little bit of a shimmer type of bronzer. It's the Palladio Illuminating Tan Bronzer. I'm going to put that on. And yeah, and I'm going to put on my blush. Most likely for blush, I'm just going to use I don't know, I'll come back with it, you guys. And I'm gonna use the lash ELF lash tint on my bottom lashes. Okay, I will be back. Okay, I'll be back. Alright, you guys, this is the look. I got the rest of my face done. I'll tell you what I used. Now, I did mention the Maybelline Master Precise Skinny Eyeliner Gel Liner Pencil. I did line my lower lash line with this. For blush and highlight, I used the Rimmel London Sculpt palette. This one is in the number 003 Golden Bronze. I use actually just the bronzer shade and the highlight shade. I put it on my cheeks, and I did highlight with this highlighter on top of my cheeks. This highlight you see, and even up here on my forehead, and even on my chin and my nose. I did use this highlight and bronzer. And yes, you know, I had used the Rimmel London rose gold or pose gold, you guys. I would say rose gold, but it's pose gold in 100. I used this in the center point of my eye here, but I also applied it to the inner corner. But on top of this, I used the Palladio Baked Bronzer in Illuminating Tan, you guys. I just added that on top. That's the highlight you see in my inner corner, which looks so bronzy and beautiful. I did bronze up my skin with this for the first time, you guys. I've had this bronzer for a long time, and I would use it only for a highlighter when I went for like golden type of makeup looks. But you guys, I bronzed up my entire face like I normally do, and it looks just like a natural bronzy makeup look with just a little bit of shimmer, because it's an illuminating tan. That's the name of it, Illuminating Tan. Looks like that, if y'all can see that. It looks like that. It's baked bronzer. It's very beautiful. I bronzed with it, but as far as the eye makeup look, you guys, this is what I went for. Okay, I don't know what you call this eye look. Hopefully you can see. Yeah, I really don't know what you call what this type of eye makeup look. I've seen it before. I have, you know, that Pose Gold right here, the Rimmel London Pose Gold pencil. Then I use the Flower Beauty, where is it at? The Flower Beauty Chubby Eyeshadow in Eyes on the Prize. I use this in the inner portions to about the middle portion of my eye. And then of course you saw all the shadows that I use, and the main focus of this video was to use these two LA Colors matte eyeshadow palettes. I used pretty much all the shades, okay, because I wanted to do, you know, use both shades in this makeup look. However, you know how difficult it was, you guys. It was very difficult. These eyeshadows are some of those you just have to work with it. I find when I use an applicator like this, I got more color payoff than a brush, as you saw in the video. You have to put an eye makeup base, and I still had problems getting the pigmentation on, as far as the pigmentation looking more abundant on my eyes. So yeah, you guys, these are really tough to work with, but you can create an eye makeup look. You can work it out. You can work with it and create a look. I think the best was the eyebrow highlight shade. Really looks really bold, and of course the black shade looks really bold, and the beigey brown shade here. These two shades are the best shades, and so is these two shades out of this palette here. This deep purple shade that I thought would be very pigmented, it just it's blotchy when you blend it out. It was, you saw everything. It was very hard to blend. So yeah, you guys, if you see these palettes, just know that they are basically palettes that I will use if I just want to put one eyeshadow on my eyelid, and it's for an everyday makeup look. You know, that's what I would use these for, because they are very hard to blend. They are patchy, and I put on eye makeup base and it still was hard to get the pigmentation. So yeah, and then when you blend it out, the shade just blends out. Like, you don't see much of the shade once you blend it. So those are a few things I want you to know, and you saw in the video. So yeah, you guys, yeah, that's the only thing. I did not put on my lipstick, you guys, because I wanted to wait to put on my lipstick. So I'm going to use this LA Colors High Shine Shea Butter Lip Gloss in Doll Face. I remember showing you all this shade, so I'm going to apply this on my lips right now. Alright. Alright, I think this shade is pretty with the golden, the Pose Gold Rimmel eyeshadow pencil. It kind of looks good with that shade on the center part of my eye with this lip gloss. I think it looks good. So yeah, you guys, this is the complete makeup look. I hope you like it. I like it. It just took a lot of time. So you guys, I hope this video wasn't too long. But yeah, you guys, I wanted to come in and make this video for you all, and I said I would. So there will be more videos to come, you guys. So I hope you enjoy this video. If you did, you know what to do. And so I hope you all have a wonderful day or a wonderful evening, and you is beautiful and you stay that way, okay? All right, you guys. Bye-bye.